Cardi got Iggy, bro, and Cardi has ascended to a new level of just superstardom. I feel like.
But the thing about being Cardi and being in a relationship that's so amazing is that he literally impregnates her, and she has his child,
and they don't say nothing.
Every woman you have ever witnessed on the internet who gets pregnant loves documenting the fuck out of it. They love showing the bump. They love taking those cute photos with the baby. They want to take a photo with the baby daddy and stuff. She literally did not show one single thing of her being pregnant, and the only time she even acknowledged it was once she started getting so much shit for like not caring about her baby or like not wanting the world to know that she was pregnant, that she finally came out on her Instagram story and was like, yes, I have a baby. No, I'm not offended by it, or no, I'm not embarrassed of it, or whatever. But that just puts you, I mean, that just puts you into, I want to say that it's because of Cardi's artistry and that he wants to like protect his image.
She might just be a private person like that too, though.
I don't buy it. She needs to be flexing that baby. She fucking needs the hype way more than him. But
I think that they're kind of like contouring that in a way to where they're like, we're gonna drop the baby like
with the album?
But they never even, once they had the baby, it was still like, oh, some of our sources say that Iggy Azalea had the baby, but there was no like actual announcement or anything.
Like pictures of them together.
No. Of Cardi and
maybe there's like some old pictures of them.
I seen a paparazzi shot of her like no makeup, him not dressed all crazy, and they were just like out in public like talking or whatever, and it looked real as fuck and just looked like they were not like Cardi not hyped on the fact that this photographer was taking the picture of him. But the question is like, if you're Cardi and you're not letting your baby mama like document her pregnancy at all, when does
I think when does that kind of he's making her not?
When does that kind of, why the fuck else would she not be doing it? He's the secretive gay vampire. But this is the thing, is that when does that segue into like being basically like weirdly controlling and stuff? Because it doesn't seem like she wants to be hiding her entire life the way he is.
You were just making that assumption that she doesn't want to be, nigga. What does
I'm making the assumption based on every single thing that I've seen publicly about them.
Women love showing their babies.
I know, but
yes, every woman you've ever met wants to show off that journey at least a little bit.
Of course,
especially somebody who has absolutely nothing going on career-wise.
No,
like
of
her.
course, but and you're saying that because like you are involved in like a really public like reveal my baby through YouTube world, but it's like not every especially since she is on like the downside kind of her career where she isn't as popular.
She needs something.
No, I know that she needs
having
something.
a baby could be that something, and he basically told her no.
I mean,
I'm dark.
I can see it going both ways. I can see it going.
Are you serious?
She also just wants to keep her private and knows that he has this weird ass fan base that might try to leak the address.
He has a very good reason for keeping shit private, which is that he has cultivated this air of mystique and mystery around him. And she clearly has not at all. Yeah, but she's still being forced. Not forced. She's along for the ride. It's not like she's got a gun to her head.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like that extends. Like we're kind of saying the same thing, just in different terms, because that his whole secretive shit, it extends onto her to where she knows that and she doesn't want to be involved in his whole weird fandom and shit. But so maybe she's pulling back a little bit.
I think it has been made explicit at many times throughout the course of their relationship that this relationship is not to be documented, because they don't do any documentation of it. You never see them together.
She bought him that Lambo. They had like they had like pictures and shit of like them in the bathroom and in the living room and shit. I've seen a couple. Like, yeah, I mean, a couple is enough for him. With a nigga that posts like once every 2 years.
I forget though, how did that Lambo thing go down? Was it a leak or was it like?
I don't know. It was like a story, like an official story. You know,
she posted it up or he did.
I don't know. Somebody posted it.
I need to get deeper into the Cardi community.
Yeah, I'm about to say you're barely scratching the surface.
I want to know what the Cardi community thinks of their relationship, because to me,
yeah, you're right.
Her hiding everything is so bizarre. You know, it's just, I don't know. But anyway, as long as we're doing our Cardi community thing. Gay vampire vibes. He's watching this right now, just like,
yeah, he's so
stop
mad.
saying I'm gay.
I mean, it's kind of like how Kanye didn't want his babies in Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, that's totally understandable.
Yeah,
if you're that rich and famous,
yeah,
it's just totally makes sense to not exploit your kids.
No,
but if you kind of like need that, then it's totally like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll show my kids to the world.
That's so fucked up.
I mean, but it's true.
If you need to exploit your kids, you should do it.
I mean, I don't think there's anything like that bad about showing your kids to the world. But if you can afford to not do that, then I think it's also probably pretty enviable.
She might be able to afford to not do that, and like,
oh yeah,
she might not want to take that route.
And
that's
especially if her baby daddy is Playboi Carti.
Right. Especially.
Yeah.
And especially since she knows he has this gay vampire aesthetic that's like him. He only pops out in the night on opium for 10 days.
Yeah.
For 10 days.
he said that in the song.
It's dark and I'm on opium for 10 days or what?
No, he just said I've been on opium for the last 10 days.
I just ever since I've seen those tight ass pants, I've been just freaked out. Just there's something
And
different
the mesh
about
shirts
this guy.
and the mesh shirts.
This dude different. Yeah, but
Nah,
no.
he be having Matthew Williams drip him up. You don't even know.
So
Who
let's
that is,
talk
though.
about let's consult our Cardi community expert
fuck
over here. Let's talk about Jetson going and selling a Cardi song for what, 17,000, 20,000 to a fan, and then the fan exposed him.
Allegedly.
But did you see the video?
I saw the video.
The video is very damning.
He tried to say that he was trolling.
You can't know.
And that it was all cap. It sounded like he very seriously was trying to get this money. And the song that he was playing, that like the snippet that he was playing that he was supposed to sell to him, was this song called Place that's produced by Pierre Bourne. It was not even produced by Jetson Made It.
Pierre was pissed.
And Pierre tweeted "Karma's a bitch," but that's also a lyric from one of his songs, so he kind of like doubled it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that was fire.
But I
he
mean,
tweeted it right as this news broke.
But
too.
but if you were like a producer who wanted to be selling like a big artist songs on the low, wouldn't you, if you had access to some other songs? Because it's not like
for sure.
You know, you're gonna have access to other songs probably that other people produce just because
Exactly.
everybody's sort of passing it around and stuff. But
especially if it's gonna be on the album and shit.
like if you're a person who has $20,000 to buy an unreleased Playboi Carti song, what, like, how do you monetize that purchase in any way? Like, you just post it on a fucking WeTransfer and that's
Some
it.
Cardi community fans, like, they get off on that.
They love it.
They want it just to have it.
And it was in like Bitcoin, so it wasn't like, I mean, like, you know, obviously that's real money, but like to him, to this person, it might have been like maybe he didn't even have the money,
and he just did.
He was just trying to.
Oh, I think
Jetson
this dude definitely that's what it was. Is that he was just trolling and just doing this to fuck this dude's shit up. But
that's fucked up, kind of.
It's such a crazy thing to have a producer do that. But
and
it's
he
so
doesn't
funny
need to do that.
Right.
He has like hella
but you would
songs
think
with
but
the
he doesn't.
baby.
I bet a lot of producers like really actually need the money
They
more
don't get
than
that
they
money.
let on.
They don't get the money until the back end, way later.
And
he's probably just
frustrated
now.
producers are a dime a dozen. Look, these motherfuckers get treated like shit half the
Yeah,
time.
I feel
They're
bad.
like not giving fucking credit. They're not even allowed to put their fucking. They ain't Playboi Carti ain't letting people put their tags on the songs, right? Does he do that
no.
much off ever?
On the song that Jetson made, Jetson did the At Me song.
Oh yeah,
I didn't hear a tag at all.
Was there a
You're
tag
right.
on it? I
No,
can't remember.
but there's
I don't-
also
I don't think so.
it's also Jetson Made It and like 3 other niggas that produced that song.
right.
But apparently one of the other Cardi leaks that was coming soon, that was supposed to be like a release, but I think it got leaked
pushed
already.
back, yeah.
Was another one that Jetson made.
And I saw that the other producer was like, we were just done too. Like, we just got done this project or whatever. So I don't know. Now maybe they got to go back to the drawing board and rework stuff.
Like
on it.
if it was a planned single that was like planned on being released, and now they just trying to cut ties with him altogether, they're probably gonna have to cut it.
But I feel
The
like
crazy-
most of the leaks don't do that good. They don't get that many
No,
views.
but you got to think about it like,
For
okay,
the Cardi community, it does,
Like-
especially on SoundCloud.
But you'll see him on YouTube with like 100,000 views.
Okay,
and shit.
okay, no, okay. So you're looking at it in like the grand scheme of like all the random ass leaks and shit, but you have to think about it to the highest degree, where it's like that song Kid Cudi, when he first introduced the fucking like baby voice shit.
Right.
That song was on like the viral top Spotify and shit, and it wasn't even an official leak.
But
And
to
they
me,
could-
that's them not doing a good job at
not
keeping that
monetizing.
song suppressed. Because if you really have a leaked fucking song,
it just went too crazy, bro.
you should
There's
be able to
nothing-
block it so that shit can't be on YouTube or SoundCloud. And yeah, maybe somehow these labels have people that their whole thing is
right.
to get shit removed from Spotify.
But
you
then,
know?
but then you know what's crazy though? It was like Cardi was like, you know, riding the wave by, he was doing Rolling Loud and doing these festivals and performing those songs. Not even just that one, performing these other like my stummy hurt. Like shout out to Ya Dig for either Bobalam or shout out to Bobalam and Ya Dig. All of them been doing these Cardi videos because that's where I've been getting a lot of this info from. So,
Yeah.
But
I'm
if you
not even
think
gonna-
about it, Cardi, that was a leak that clearly was at least, if not
Planned.
done by the label, it was at least condoned by the label, because they don't really have a reason to try to get it taken off streaming services, but they can't put it out because they couldn't get the sample cleared. And then for Cardi to go and then perform the song, it's like, whatever. He wasn't going to be able to put the song
Are you
out
talking
anyway.
about Kid Cudi or are you talking about?
I'm talking about Kid Cudi, yeah.
Okay.
Pissy Pamper, if you will.
Yeah, but my stummy hurt also.
He did a whole video.
Yeah, but that was like one of those things. It's like his whole marketing team and shit is so crazy.
But
Because
did that leak? Was that a real song? I was saying the other day, I thought it was just like a meme. Like he was just saying that over a beat.
Who knows?
So I know it was like a snippet of the song, and it was like a snippet of the video for the song, and then he just said that part like while the instrumental was playing in the background of the video. That wasn't from the actual snippet of the song.
Okay.
But then that shit got revived once TikTok got a hold of it, and it was just like this whole crazy thing. Shout out to your dick, man.
The world don't even
4
want
eyes,
my
2
stomach
G's,
hurts
yeah.
anymore.
The craziest thing is like,
it's been 2 years.
How do they stop this? I feel like they need to like have one computer where all the music is at, lock it up in a fucking safe, and like let no one touch it.
I think a lot of producers or a lot of like artists probably do that. Like they just won't. There's never a time in which the fucking producer or the engineer would have a chance to take that stuff off. But at the same time, if you're Cardi and you're working with producers, and it's like you're just
gonna send the shit back.
You're just showing up and recording a couple songs for a minute. There's nobody from the label there. That shit ends up on 5 different computers and shit.
I feel like they need to
once
fix
it gets to a nigga iMessage, it's a wrap. When niggas can just iMessage it to each other.
17K.
Nigga, I've had niggas play me random unreleased Playboi Carti songs that are on SoundCloud. They're like, yo, this is a private link. Don't go like it, but listen to this song.
There's a lot of producers and stuff that I've been around where that is what they do is like, oh, you meet this producer. What's he going to do? He's going to sit you down and play you like 50 fucking unreleased songs that will blow your mind. And then they're like, oh, yeah, it's never going to come out. I heard Migo Thuggin'.
That never came out?
No, it never came out. And I mean, it's just like, I can't really like remember anything about it because I just like heard it and then never heard it again or whatever. But I mean, to hear Thug and Migos do a whole tape, to have heard it and then know that I'm never gonna like, I couldn't remember any of those songs if they came out tomorrow.
I mean, they probably weren't that tight then.
But I heard the whole story about how it happened though, is that like they were cool for a while, they did the tape together, and then like, you know, one was hot and the other one wasn't hot, and they wanted like the one who wasn't hot wanted to put it out, and then all of a sudden the roles were reversed and like Migos were down and Thug was up, and then like so and so wanted to put it out, and they never were able to arrive at a time, and then now it's like old as fuck.
Now it's just too old, yeah.
When I heard it was like 3 years ago, so it's definitely ancient as fuck now.
Jesus Christ.
It'd be so cool to be able to hear it just as a part of history now.
But that's like how we were talking about the other song that was in the vlog with the Shortline Lil Yachty song, and it's like, bro, that's been what, 2 years now, and it's like, damn, they finally dropped the song together, but they didn't even drop that one.
But I feel like that kind of shit is sort of common for artists to have songs for like a couple years and then finally end up putting them out and stuff. The problem with the Shoreline thing, and you see that they're actually putting a project out finally, is that like now that they've finally like broken up and sort of lost a lot of the momentum that they had earlier, which I would say they still have a decent amount of momentum behind them, but it's just so clearly fake now. You can't get people super hyped on singles when everybody knows that the group broke up, right?
Or everybody knows that they're not fucking with
Oh wait, yeah, this is gonna be like the last project together, right?
Is it gonna
I don't
be
know about the last.
I think it's probably gonna be though if they
the last with the 3 of them or
they
4.
They broke up 4.
3 of them.
Don't erase.
Yeah, you trying to erase
African American hip hoppers in the group.
To do that?
No,
you just tried a little bit.
Rob Vicious coming to your crib.
Or Kato, whichever.
Rob Vicious will have a second life post.
Rob Vicious is just like, his work ethic and shit is fire, and like
he's really good. Hey, this has been another episode of the No Jumper Show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you want to support, like, comment, subscribe, and go to nojumper.com. Get yourself a kendama or a t-shirt or something. Appreciate y'all.